middle of October and it's still sunny. What a day. And I'm out in the Z3. And where am I going? Well, I'm going to take delivery of a new car. And it's not my car, because this is an incoming track car that Usher has bought, potentially with David. I'm not quite sure if David's bought it as well. It's got to be said that there's nothing better than sitting on a sunny afternoon waiting for the arrival of a Japanese sports car. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And fingers crossed when this beautiful Nissan 350Z arrives. Not quite sure why I've drifted into an Italian accent when it's Japanese, but I think my Japanese accents are probably not great. I wait for arrival of Japanese sports car. Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, my career as a voiceover artist is clearly not going to go well, but hopefully my career as a receiver of Japanese sports cars will be a more successful enterprise. Come on, where are you, man? I want to actually just get in this car and take a good look around it. I'm absolutely stoked and totally buzzing to get my hands on this thing and take a good look. Keep looking over there. Just fingers crossed. He should have been here 13 minutes ago. And I'm still waiting. This is the life of a car person. Tell you a little bit about the 350Z. It was first produced in 2003 and the end of the production run finished in 2008. It was produced with a 3.5 litre V6 engine, which produces 287 brake horsepower in the earlier year cars and 300 brake horsepower after 2006. There's a choice of either a manual 6-speed gearbox or a 5-speed automatic, and it came in a number of different trim levels. There was a track trim level, a track trim option on the coupe, but not on the Roadster. That gave you Brembo brakes and lightweight wheels. Now this obviously is the Roadster, so it didn't have that track specification at the start, but it certainly does now. So there she is, a 350Z track car. First view. Don't know what your thoughts are. She looks pretty tiny, to be honest. Very nice. So we're just going to watch this coming off here because we are close.
Calm down a wee bit.
Just a little bit. Go on. Straighten up. Come on. Go on. It's alright. So there she is, the 350Z.
For towing, and the ignition went on it.
So the Nissan 350Z has finally arrived, and the delivery driver Chris is just about to get into his van and leave, and he's left me sat inside this beautiful 350Z, which is pretty much ready to go for track use. Honestly, I'm excited. The car's in much better condition than I thought it was. I'll show you a couple of videos just going around the car, but you'll see it's really pretty mint. The wheels are immaculate, the brake calipers look really clean and well maintained, the paintwork on the car is pretty decent. It's got some really nice extras which I'll run through in a little while, but yeah, you know, I haven't driven it out of the yard yet, but I'm going to go and drive that and give you a bit of a rundown as to what the car drives like. I'll give you a bit of an impression as to what I think of the car, and then I'll try and give you a little bit of a run through as to what we're going to do to the car over the next kind of couple of weeks or so to give you a quick break. And hopefully you can comment below if you've driven one of these. Let me know what you think, tell me all about it, and I will see you soon. So I'm going to take this down the yard, see what this drives like. Oh, that sounds tasty. Usher's going to be so jealous that I've stolen his car. But that's what happens, you snooze, you lose. If he's away and expecting me to take delivery of his car, you can't realistically expect me not to go and give this a little bit of hammer around the B road. I think it's only fair and it's only sensible, and deep down he'll understand. He'll be annoyed, but he'll understand. Kind of give it too much hammer right now. There's a lot of traffic in front of me. So yeah, the car's coming at the right kind of money, and it's been used on track. It's been designed to be used on track and set for track. So it's had quite a lot done to it, but I don't have the full spec sheet to give you a rundown. I'm sure Usher will give you a full rundown in a video later on, or maybe we will give you another rundown in a video when we get a chance to. The driving position for me is a little bit short. I'm too close to the wheel here, but I can fit into the seat just. Seats are actually semi-comfortable for a track car, certainly for me anyway. Driving position is okay. I'm sat really on top of the wheel, like almost kind of rally driver style here. Dash cluster is really simple and really easily laid out. Big rev counter in the middle of this, speedo off to the right, and then obviously we've got the fuel gauges off to the left hand side. We've got oil and volt gauges actually just on the centre console, mounted at the top where they're pretty easy to see. It's quite plasticky inside, but it's not terrible plastics, to be honest. It's not the worst plastics that you could have. That exhaust note is delightful. The suspension feels really firm, but without being crashy. And I'm not sure what coilovers are on this, but even though I'm not putting my foot down, I can tell that the car already feels quite composed. But it's really compliant as well. It's certainly not harsh. It's not jarring me all over the place. I drove down this same road in a Fiesta RS Turbo with Evo coilovers recently, and I was getting bounced absolutely all over the place to the point it was a little bit uncomfortable on a bouncy B road. I'm not getting that with this. Actually, it feels quite comfortable. I don't know how stiff these are, certainly when you're pushing them, and I'm not sure what the suspension setup is, but I will take a look at it. And I'm happy though. I'm very happy. It feels great. I'm sure Usher's going to really like this car. So I'm going to turn around shortly, just go back that same way. Hopefully there's less traffic and I can put my foot down a little bit and give you a bit of a rundown on what I think to the engine though, what I think to how responsive it is in the performance. I've now got myself stuck behind an Asda van. It's typical. That exhaust note is sweet. It's typical, literally typical that I get stuck behind an Asda van. Absolutely unbelievable. Cannot get past him. Man, this is what happens when you film and it's the unexpected. Can't get past the Asda van. There's too many tight corners here for me to even risk it. There's a straight coming up. I'll come around that corner and I'll guarantee there'll be a couple of cars coming the opposite direction. There is. It's responsive and it sounds fantastic. Brakes are really good. It's flat through the corners. It'll be interesting to see what it's like when you try and push the traction on this and try and brake traction. It'll be interesting to see how easy it is to control that rear end. Obviously I can't do that today. Sounds absolutely awesome. That's a really, really nice exhaust note from that V6. Fantastic exhaust note. I like the look of these cars, and I do prefer the Roadster with the roof down. The styling, you know, it's you can't describe it as pretty. It's not pretty, and it is quite angular, but I quite like that. It does definitely look Japanese, because it is. But it's aging quite well. I mean, you've got to remember that the Roadster came out in 2003, the Coupe came out in 2002. So the Coupe's 18 years old, and the Roadster's 17 years old, and it still looks relatively fresh. I think it is aging really well. The technology that are on these cars is, you know, there's not a vast amount of luxury in these, but it is a sports car, so it's what do you expect? They're a huge amount of fun. The rear wheel drive And the handling on these is incredibly compliant. They're a really easy car to get the back end out on typically, and drift and control on the throttle and on the brake. They make for a very fun vehicle to drive. I'm not sure why this van's pulled over. Sorry guys, this has been a really poor first test drive, and now the van's pulled away, so I'm stuck behind a van. Guys, I am so frustrated driving this car at the moment. Now the van's pulling over again at a really inappropriate location where he's blocking off a road. So, I keep having road rage incidents in videos at the moment, and this is going to be another one. Are you having a laugh, mate? Brakes are excellent on this, really are very good. I like the brakes. I love this thing, I really like it already. It's going to be a fantastic track car. I know for a fact Usher's going to absolutely love this. I have to be really careful going over these speed bumps coming into the unit. Hit these at a bit of an angle because it is quite low. Absolutely wicked. It's a beautiful thing. Sorry for this short video. Don't forget guys, that if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Go and click the subscribe button and then go and click the bell icon next to it. Look for the one that says all. Click that and make sure that you get updates on all of our latest incoming videos. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.